Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll see how to create a custom case type. Custom case type can be created by going to the settings here. When you click on the settings, this is the screen you'll see. In the settings, you see the form setup on the left side. Under that, you see setup case types. Click on this and you'll be directed to this screen. Once you're on the setup case type screen, you see create new custom case type, and also you see global case types which already have forms and checklist in most of them ready for you to use. A case type from a blank, like from the scratch, and also we will create a global case type. We'll take a global case type and create a custom case type out of it. So let's do a case type from without any global case type. Let me click on this, and when you click on that create custom case type, you will have this pop-up where you can put your case type. Once you give the name to it, you can select the case forms, templates, beneficiary checklist items. If you have a to-do list, you can do that as well. Petitioner checklist items, and also if you want to have the retainer tied to that case type, you can do that also. But at the minimum, you would need the case forms, and you can have the custom case type created. All other things are optional. Case forms are required. So to have the functioning custom case type. Now for the case forms, you have list of all the case forms here, 162 of these different case forms. You can select which form you want for your custom case type by just entering the string that relates to that form. Let's say I want I-140. You type in a number or a string that is associated with the form, and you'll see the matching items. You can select from here by just clicking on that add button. And let's say I want to add 130. I'm just creating a custom case type with random forms here. You have two forms show up. You can select both or one, however is your requirement, and you can go on adding more forms to your custom case type. So once you have added the forms, you can go to the templates. If you have already created the templates, there is a separate video how to create the template that you can watch to create a template first. And once you create the template, you will see them here listed in your account, and you can select the template. Template is a support letter or cover page of a particular case type. Same thing with the beneficiary checklist. You have several items, like 160 plus items listed here. These are the items of documentation that you would need from your beneficiary to complete the case or complete the case package. So let's say here, if you want to add a passport, that you want them to provide you a passport, you have several options here. What kind of a passport, you just type in a string and you will see matching items with that string. So you see copies of children under 18, copies of our passport since they arrived in US, beneficiary passport, copy of current passport, whatever is the best matching item that you need for this particular case type. You can add that by simply clicking on this add button. If you do not find any item here, you can click on add new beneficiary checklist item, and that can be added to the list as well if you need. But you have pretty much most of the items here that you would need in most of the cases. So let's say if you want a tax returns, you have different tax returns. You can select whichever one you want, and you can also select from the group of checklist items that we have here. Let's say you're doing adjustment of status. You can take this adjustment of status group checklist and you can directly add that, and it will add a bunch of items to the list. And you see that, like, you have 10 items added. We had these we had the taxes that we added before, and also we added the current passport, but besides that you have other 10 items added. And once it is added here, if you see that, okay, you do not need certain items, you can remove it. So what happens is these list of items will be shown to your clients if they are logged into their client portal to see what kind of a document they need to upload if you create a case of the case type mentioned here. Okay, sir. So the same thing you do with the custom to-do list. If you have custom to-dos, you can add it to your case type workflow, and it will show in your case summary page, and also on every page related to case on the left hand side menu. Okay. You can add petitioner checklist items as well. I'm going to just select the one of the group items and add it, and you have all the bunch of items added here. Now other two items, I would recommend not using it, because this one would need a little bit of advanced case type, in sense that if you have a particular case type where you do not need a petitioner, only then you would be activating it. If you have a regular case type, then just do not use it, or just ask for advice. And what happens here is, like, when you check this beneficiary, let's say for this case type, only beneficiary will be allowed to have as an entity, and not anyone else here. Like, let's say if you are doing an asylum case where you do not need a petitioner, let's say you need the applicant and attorney, so only two entities will be there. You cannot add a petitioner to this case type. So that is how the setting is. On the retainer, if you have already created a retainer as a template, and you have the list of items, a list of all the templates here, you can select one of the templates which is your retainer, going to be your retainer. That retainer will be generated for that particular case type when you complete the basic information about your client. Okay. So once you select all these, and can save the custom case type. In another video, we will see how to create the custom case type using a global case type. Thank you.